Welcome to the Video Wizards podcast. I'm ready.
You specifically said about Street Fighter 2 maybe being one of the most important coin-ups ever, maybe the most important arcade game since Pong or Space Invaders, or one of those big machines. It's people use the word phenomenon quite a lot, or that kind of thing when they mean something that's culturally significant. In all my time of going to arcades and playing arcades, like I never saw a machine, never saw a game that came along that created such hysteria like Street Fighter 2 did.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to think, this comes out obviously March 1991. The first time I saw it was around about November, December of about 1991, and it was one of the cabinets that was in a video rental store that was on the walk home from school, and I'd walk home and I'd always go in, and there was a crowd of around 30 to 40 people all crowded around the Street Fighter 2 machine every night of the week, like 5 nights a week. And it was just to the point where people had come in, like none of those kids rented videos. We all just went to different schools. And people had come in to return videos and just be looking at us like, what are all these kids doing? Like, what are they all crowding around this machine for?
Yeah.
And I remember reading about it in a magazine, what it was previewed in, I think it was either CMVG or Mean Machines or something like that. It was previewed in one of the magazines, and I'd had Street Fighter 1 on the Spectrum, and I really liked it. I'd never played it in the arcades, but I'd had it on the Spectrum and I really liked it. And as soon as, it was weird because I didn't see any machines around about that time, but as soon as I went to high school, I started seeing the machines everywhere. And then the crazy thing was, as soon as I'd seen that first one, they were absolutely everywhere. They started showing up in places that didn't even have arcades normally. Like I'd find there was one in there was one in a chip shop that was like that never had any arcades in throughout the whole time. It was like one of the only chip shops that never had arcades in. And then the second Street Fighter 2 came along, they had a machine in there. Like the cultural and the cultural impact of this title was absolutely incredible over here.
Yeah.
Like it was the game. Everybody played it. Everybody loved it. Everybody talked about it. And
it can't be overstated.
No,
really.
It was all everybody wanted to. All anybody wanted to play really over here at that time. I mean, when did you first come across the arcade of Street Fighter 2: The World Warrior?
I think that was actually very close to the worldwide release. I'm pretty sure me and my mom and dad and my brother went to the seaside in April. It wasn't really like your traditional beach weather yet, but we sometimes just like to go there and take a walk on the beach and walk in the wind, even in the colder seasons. And Zandvoort, one of the major beach places, had a bunch of large arcades, and we walked into this one of those major arcades in there. They had a Smash TV, they had Caveman Ninja, which I really liked, and they had Street Fighter 2: The World Warrior.